गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा। In our last session, we had done up to the fourth shloka of Upadesha Saara. So today we will begin with the question answers on the fifth shloka. Fifth shloka, Jagat Ishadhi Yukta Sevanam Ashtamurti Bhrut Deva Pujanam. So we'll take this shloka for question answers. The first question on the shloka. What is the purpose of puja? Prakash bhai?
Swamiji,
Yes.
as we have seen the last time,
Mm-hmm.
puja, puja involves the body, speech, and mind.
Mm-hmm.
It is very easy to get the concentration
Mm-hmm.
with the support of these uh, three factors.
Mm-hmm.
So the main function is to get concentration, Swami.
Anything else can be added to that?
And the puja also has the capacity to purify our mind. And
Mm-hmm.
purity of the mind is very, very essential
Mm-hmm.
if one wants to progress in spiritual sadhana.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Anything
sir.
else? The purpose?
Can I say, Swamiji?
Okay, go ahead.
The purpose of puja is to increase our bhakti,
Yes,
bhakti bhava,
Shraddha and Bhakti.
and shraddha, and
Hmm.
make the mind single pointed.
Yes. Make the mind single pointed. So then, how is that possible? How can we increase puja, this Shraddha and Bhakti, and make the mind single pointed through puja? So how the puja should be done then?
Should I answer?
Oh, yeah, okay, go ahead.
Initially, we are identified with our body, so we worship the idol. And after
No. We are not coming to that yet. How should be puja done? Now, if you want to increase Shraddha and Bhakti and make the mind single pointed, how should be puja done then? Should it be done mechanically?
worship of the Srishti world,
No. How should be the puja done? Should the puja be done mechanically?
no,
Then
puja,
how should be? How
puja
should
is
the,
interactive actions between the God and ourselves.
yeah, it has to be.
We give avan to God and give a place to sit, and then we start talking with him, or we ask him how is the naivedya and all these things. That type of interaction
So,
with the God.
so Shraddha and Bhakti can increase, the mind can become single pointed only if the puja is done as an interactive session, not puja done mechanically. Just going through the motions and and all that. Oh, that's it. So that will not help increase the Shraddha and Bhakti, nor it will make the mind single pointed. It has to be an interactive session. We don't see an idol of our Ishtadevata there. We have given the Avahanam. So our Ishtadevata is actually there. So we are welcoming him. We are washing his feet. We are doing the Abhishekam. We are doing the Vastra Arpanam and everything. So there has to be an interactive session. So then only the mind can become single pointed, our Shraddha and Bhakti can increase. So it has to be an interactive session, not a mechanical movement, just going through the process. Because many people do that. Oh, I have no time. So I've just put fast forward through the puja process, the rituals and things like that. That doesn't work. That doesn't serve the purpose of puja. If you want to do puja, then do it properly. Otherwise, there is no point in doing also if you are just going through it mechanically, if you are going through. That will not help. So, this is an important aspect that has to be understood very clearly. It has to be an interactive session. Only when it is an interactive session, then we'll benefit in terms of strengthening our Shraddha, strengthening our Bhakti, and making our mind single pointed. Then the next question is an important question. Second question. Explain the need for idol worship. Kshama Amma.
Actually, we start only with idol worship, Swami.
Hmm.
Sakar, because it is easier. And then slowly we move to Nirakar. But in the beginning, Sakar Bhakti only helps you to come closer to the God or to concentrate on God.
But why do we need to do idol worship?
Because we are body conscious.
Yeah, because of our identity with the
body.
our own body.
Yeah.
So then we can't conceive of an infinite reality which is formless. That can't be conceived as long as we are thoroughly identified with the body.
Yes, sir.
So therefore, because of this identification with our body, we cannot conceive the nirvikara. So everything has got nama, rupa, and swarupa. One can only focus and stabilize on nama rupa. Because swarupa is beyond nama rupa, it is beyond the mind. So that is very difficult. So therefore, the worship, we begin with idol worship. With a strong identity with our own body, that is the only way we can worship that infinite reality. Now, after that, the next question is, what happens when the ideal behind the idol is known through satsangs? Pankaj bhai.
Swami, I didn't get the answer. Understand the question.
The question is, what happens when the ideal behind the idol is known through satsang? That is when the swarupa is known through the satsang of the rupa that we are worshiping.
Yeah. So when one reaches one does the puja sincerely, there is a desire within us to know.
Understand the question very clearly. This is a simple question. What happens when the ideal behind the idol is known through satsang? Through satsang, when we come to know about the ideal behind the idol, then what happens? Then what changes come in us? Then the changes in our attitude comes.
We start worshipping the entire world, which consists of 5 elements, and other factors.
That will come later on. First, the simple thing. is what happens when the ideal behind the idol is known through the satsang.
Swamiji, can I?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Then you don't require to do this Nam Sadhana and Puja, because slowly, slowly you realize that the whole world is the whole creation is the form of Lord only.
That will come later on. The simple thing is that now what happens when the ideal behind the idol is known through satsangs? When we attend the satsangs, then we start learning, knowing about the swarupa behind the rupa, the ideal behind the idol.
Yeah.
Then what happens is that the most important thing that happens is that then a particular idol is not important for us.
Yes.
That is the most important thing that will happen. Then any idol will do, whether it is Lord Rama or Krishna or Ganesha or Hanuman or Shiva or Mahadev or anything will do. Because the Swarupa is same for everyone. So then we are not very particular about that. So the specific Nama Rupa is not important because the essence is the same in all. This is how we learn in the satsang, and therefore now worshipping one idol, now we are not too particular about that. That is not important.
So one rises, Swamiji, so one rises from the forms
Yeah, so from a
to the
particular form.
particular form. Yeah.
From then we see the same Swarupa, the same essence in all the forms it is there. So it doesn't matter what idol is there and whatever Ishta, our Ishta is there, we see the same Rupa, the Swarupa is the same in all the idols. Even if somebody, some other Ishta Devata, other Devata's idol is there, the essence is the same. So whether it is Krishna, our Ishta Devata may be Krishna, and it is Ram's idol is there. So the essence of Lord Krishna and Lord Rama is the same. So it doesn't matter to us. No, no, no. If Rama's idol is there, I can't worship. I need only Krishna's idol. That insistence will not come when we understand. When we learn about the ideal behind the idol, that insistence will not come. So idol will not be that important. Any idol will do, not a particular idol as such.
Swamiji,
Yes.
in that case, the supreme peace will prevail in the world, because whatever, in the name of the religion, whatever the fight that is being taken place, that will stop, Swamiji.
Yes.
Because it is a Krishna, Rama, Muhammad, whoever he is, it is behind that ideal, different ideals. There is nothing but it's the same Lord who is residing in everyone.
Yeah. So idols may be different, their forms may be different, their names may be different, but their ideal behind that idol is the same. The essence is the same, the Swarupa is the same. So it doesn't matter. So I am a Krishna Bhakta, I will not go to the Ram temple. I am a Ram Bhakta, I will not go to a Shiva temple. I am a Shiva Bhakta, I will not go to Ganesh temple. No, not that kind of a thing. Then any temple will do. What does it matter? So this is very important that we rise above that. We slowly, our mind starts expanding. See, in spirituality, we have to either expand the mind to include everything in that, or exclude everything out of that. Either you include or exclude. One of the two will happen. So both are the path, excluding everything, that is all the dualities you exclude out of it, or include everything in that. Because the essence is the same. Now, we move on to the next question. Explain with example how the essence is the same in all.
Can I do that, Swamiji?
Yeah, Pankaj Bhai.
If a person worships, Swamiji, I am sorry. Question once again, Swamiji.
The question is now, explain with example how the essence is the same in all.
Yeah, okay. Swamiji, behind this plurality, Say the illustration of waves. There are millions and millions of waves in the sea, ocean. But whatever the ocean is there, Atlantic, Arabian, whatever, and the water is the same. Water is the one. Exactly like that, in this world of plurality, only there is one pure consciousness which prevails. What we call the Supreme Lord Swamiji or Paramatma Swamiji.
Anyone wants to add to that?
We can take the illustration of the gold and the gold ornaments also, Swamiji.
Yes. So, how the essence is in all, the explanation with the examples can come. The first thing we need to know is that there is no effect without a cause. So every effect has got a cause. And then if we investigate further, the cause itself appears as the effect. So, and we have so many examples of that. The cause itself appears as the effect. Wheat is the cause, bread is the effect. Wheat itself appears as the effect called the bread. Without wheat, there cannot be an existence of bread also. So wheat modified into bread. So bread is nothing but wheat alone. Isn't it? So first we have to focus on that cause and effect thing. Every effect has got a cause. Cause itself appears as effect. And there is nothing called as an effect, only cause only. So here the examples like the water and the waves, good example that is often quoted. There is waves and the ocean and the water. So then water is the essence, that is the cause of both waves and the ocean. Similarly, space also. So space and everything else is in the space. Space is all pervasive. It pervades in and through everything, and everything else, everything is in space also. So it is also there. Space is also there in the solid-looking piece of iron also. According to this, in physics and atomic science, an atom consists of protons and neutrons as the nucleus and electrons revolving around it. And 99.9999, you'll have to put 916 times. So 99.916 times percent of atom is only empty space. So that iron atom also has got 99.9916 times empty space. So space is all pervading. Inside that solid looking iron also there is space, and iron itself is in space. So space is the substratum of everything. Space pervades through in and through everything. So that cause itself appears as effect. And therefore it is the essence in all. Therefore, the supreme reality on which even space is superimposed on that supreme reality. Through space also that supreme reality pervades in and through space also. So therefore, this essence is same in all. The pure self, the pure consciousness, the absolute truth, that is same in everything. Now, the next question. What is Ashtamurti Bhrut? Prakash bhai.
Ashtamurti Brut is the combination of Panchabhuta, moon, sun, and Jiva. Moon for all planet, sun illuminates all entity, and Jiva is for all living beings.
All creatures of the universe. So this is what Ashtamurti Bhut is. So Ashtamurti Bhut means saying that the entire existence is covered in that. Entire creation is covered in that. entire Srishti or cosmos or Sansar is covered in that. Everything is that alone then, Ashtamurti Brut. So, what is the true worship of the Lord then? Now,
Worship of the world. Worship of the world. Asushti is the true worship of the Lord.
So, the true worship of the Lord, the service of the world, is the Ishvara Seva. With Ishvara Buddhi, you have to serve the world with Ishvara Buddhi. That itself is the worship of the Lord. So, puja of Ashtamurti Brut Ishvara is the puja of this entire creation or the service of the entire creation. So, with this attitude, what will happen is that one important thing will happen when the entire existence is nothing but His form. Then what change in our attitude will come? Lord alone. So what will be the change in our attitude? One negative attitude will be negated. What is that?
Whatever
Shama.
that, oh sorry, Shama, go on.
Mhm.
Swami, can you repeat the question, please?
The thing is
What
that there will be one definite change in our attitude towards the world when we now understand Ashtamurti Buddha, the entire existence is nothing but His form alone, the entire creation.
Yes.
And we can get rid of one negative attitude that we may have in our mind. And what is that? When the entire world is just nothing but His form alone.
Love everyone, no hatred for anyone.
Good. Then there is no question of having hatred for anyone. It will be love alone. And sometimes some people must have hurt us very badly, cause us harm also, cause us loss and things like that. Then we may say that no, whatever it may be, I can't love that person. Okay, if you can't love the person, don't hate also the person. Be neutral, have udasina bhava, no hatred, because that person also, the essence of that person is also that supreme reality alone and nothing else. So we can't love, no problem. Then have udasin bhava, an attitude of indifference. Attitude of indifference will not create karmic bandhana, karmic bondage. When we have attitude of likes and dislikes, hatred and things like that, that is when we create karmic bondage. Attachment and hatred, raga dvesha, that is when we create karmic bondage. If you can't love, no problem. Be neutral, be indifferent, that will not create karmic bondage. So, Ashtamurti Brut will take away this negative attitude we may have of hatred for the partly we love, some things we like, some things we don't like, some things we hate in this world. So we can't do that now because our Lord is Ashtamurti Brut. So this is a very important one. This no hatred for anyone. Now we will move on to the
Swamiji,
yes.
Satya Sai Baba has given a very good slogan to us.
Hmm.
Love all, serve all.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
that
because
idea is, and that, serve all.
the entire existence is Him alone, Ashtamurti
Yeah.
Brut. Hmm. And but sometimes humanly it is not possible to love all if we genuinely been hurt by somebody and somebody has caused us too much trouble or something like how can I love that person? That person has troubled me too much, tortured me too much. I can't have love. Okay, don't love and don't have hatred also, then be neutral. So that is also good. Neutral will not create any problem. No karmic bandhana will be created when we have a neutral attitude.
Swamiji,
Yes.
you have also given a very good formula for that.
What is that?
Bring that person in your puja room
Yeah.
and start worshipping him. This is what you advised me.
Not exact worship, see that person in all form, and then go beyond the form, and then, like we have seen earlier, the essence is the same everywhere. Beyond the Rupa, the Swarupa is the same. Rupa is causing the trouble, go beyond the Rupa.
Yeah.
Then there is no hatred, no raga dvesha, no attachment, no asakti, nothing. So, time and again we have to go through that only. Something that troubles us, then go beyond that rupa of that trouble into the swarupa. Then we move on to the next shloka, shlok 6. This is Uttamastavat Ucha Mandatah Chittajam Japa Dhyanam Uttamam. Here now, specifically the Japa sadhana is taken up. So the questions will be on the Japa sadhana now. So these questions based on Shlok 6. Explain the different forms of Japa. Prakash bhai.
Japa in loud, japa in the loud sound, which is superior. Then superior to that is Manas Japa. Vaikarvani is japa with the loud sounds, which can be heard by everybody. Then comes Madhyama Japa, which is silently japa is done for, can be heard by himself and the lips are moving. And then the Manasa Japa is internal japa. There are japa with, there are also mantra japa, which is with the diksha.
No, the different types of forms of japa, this way only. The first thing is that we sing the praises of the Lord. Then japa in Vaikhari Vani, which everyone can hear. Then Upanshu Vani or Madhyama Vani, where the volume is so low that no one can hear us. Only we can hear it. And then it is the Manas Japa. Manas Japa is exclusively in the mind alone. So of course, the Japa sadhana actually begins with Likhita Japa. So with Likhita Japa, we begin the Japa sadhana because like puja has all the three things involved. The body also, the speech also, and the mind also. Similarly, in Likhita Japa also, all the three things are involved. Physically also, we are writing the Japa. With the eyes, we are seeing the Japa that is being written. With the eyes, we see our Ishtadevata's picture or idol that is kept in front, whose Japa we are writing. And of course, we are chanting with our mouth also, we are chanting the Japa mantra or the name. So, mind is also involved, speech is also involved, eyes are also involved, the body is involved in that. So, Likhita Japa, we begin with, where too many things are involved. In Manas Japa, then nothing is involved. In Vaikhari Vani and Madhyama Vani, of course, the speech is involved. In Manas Japa, then only mind is involved and nothing else. So, these three type of Japa main, but you have to begin with Likhita Japa. The next question is, explain the purpose of Japa. Shama Amma.
Japa, actually, when you do japa, it helps you to concentrate, Swamiji, on one thought. I mean, you can avoid other thoughts, one subject and one thought. And that helps you to concentrate.
So,
and forget about everything.
the normal state of the mind is multiple thoughts, multiple subjects and multiple thoughts. So, Japa sadhana will help us to bring down to
reduce the thoughts.
Yeah, one subject, multiple thoughts, one subject, one thought.
One thought, yes.
So like that, Japa sadhana will help us. That is very important. Now, explain Sandhi Kala, Pankaj bhai.
Sandhi Kala is a empty space between two japas or two names like Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Uh, then before we chant the next next 1 minute, somebody who is there. Somebody was ringing the bell. Anyway, I'll continue. So before the next japa is started, Om Namah Shivaya, there is a small gap, period of time when there is no thought. This, between the two chantings, the space which is available is known as Sandhikal, Swamiji.
So, in between the chanting of the two names, where no thought erupts, that is called as Sandhikala. So, we have said, say, Om Namah Shivaya. Before you chant the next Om Namah Shivaya, you pause, and you pause as long as no other thoughts arises in the mind. The moment a thought arises, you cut it off with Om Namah Shivaya. So, the Nama is used to cut the thoughts. Otherwise, when there is no thought, you don't utter the name also. So that is called Sandhi Kala. What is the speciality of this Sandhi Kala?
Swamiji, this Sandhi Kala is very, very important, Swamiji. While doing the chanting, we must increase the time of the Sandhi Kala. Because during the Sandhi Kala, not a single object is present. It's what we call the empty space between two chants, where our Swarupa manifests. And this is, it is also known as I understand, is a objectless or object-free samadhi. Maybe temporary. Maybe temporary.
It is closer to the self, the substratum of both sound and silence. We are closest to our real self. It is the substratum of both sound and silence. And bhava and abhava, existence and non-existence of things around us. Both. So, that is the purpose. The Sandhi Kala is most important in Japa Sadhana. Ultimately, it is not the number of malas we do every day. Oh, I do 10 malas. I do 21 malas every day. That is not the purpose. The purpose is, with Japa Sadhana, slowly we have to come down to the Sandhi Kala, where the mind goes into silence. Between the two chanting, if you are taking, say, 10 minutes to complete one mala, when you start focusing on Sandhi Kala, slowly the time will start increasing. Beyond 10 minutes, it will become 12 minutes, 15 minutes it will take for one mala. Because now, even 2 or 3 seconds, if you are pausing in between the two name chanting, and slowly it keeps increasing. So one mala may take 15 minutes, half an hour also. And that is the purpose. That focus has to be not on the nama. Then between the nama, that silence is. That is the important thing.
Swamiji, can I ask one relevant question to Sandhi Kala?
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
This Sandhi Kala, Swamiji, when one reaches there, one doesn't want to go to the next either japa or next thought, because that's very enjoyable space. Though there nothing exists there. Should one stop? Should one stop there? Because next thought on the japa is little painful to disturb this space.
No, the purpose of japa was to increase the Sandhi Kala. The chanting of the nama is for single pointedness. The chanting of the nama is to reduce the vasana. Chanting of the nama is to reduce the wanderings of the mind. And that silence that we gain in between the two chanting, that is the purpose of this japa. And then in that Sandhi Kala, we are closest to our real self, though it may be lasting only few seconds before a thought arises. Even the thought that now there are no thoughts in my mind, that itself is a thought.
Mm.
So as soon as that thought also arises, we'll have to again chant the name.
Right.
Japa. Yeah. So when no thoughts are arising, it's okay. As soon as a thought arises, then we chant. So we are closest to our real self at that time. And then slowly this Sandhi Kala increases. And then that is then such a mind where now it is devoid of all other thoughts. Then only Eka Chintana, the self, only remains. That is
So,
what.
Swami, yeah. So, Swamiji, because there is no object in the form of a thought, subject is also not there. Only the subjective awareness is present.
Only pure awareness is there, objectless and thought-free. Objectless and thought-free pure awareness is there. But as we are doing this sadhana, that may not last too long, maybe a few seconds at the most before a thought arises. But with practice, we can increase that. And such a mind, the Sandhi Kala can be used. That is the purpose of japa. And when we reach such a stage where we sit for japa, one mantra we chant and the second mantra is not coming, we are already into Sandhi Kala. Or when we sit for japa and the first naam itself is not coming, then it is time to put the mala in the Ganga. The purpose of mala has been served. So now only in Sandhi Kala and the Eka Chintanam, that's it, of our own Swarupa and nothing else.
Swamiji, can I ask a question?
Yes.
What about observing your thoughts? It automatically goes in a state of silence. Would that be a good sadhana to do? Because you can do it any time during the day.
No, this practice can be done, japa sadhana practice can be done anytime during the day or night. There's no problem with that. Japa can be done irrespective of what place you are in and what you are involved in. Even japa sadhana, somebody is working in the kitchen also, the japa can continue while working in the kitchen also.
But you don't go into the
but Sandhi Kala will not come because you are working, because you are not talking to anyone. Inside you are continuously chanting the name while you are working, you are cooking.
So you are not going into Sandhi Kala. But when you do the practice of observing your mind, with observing the thoughts come to your mind, so that helps you to not exactly Sandhi Kala, but
no. The thing is that first thing is that our mind has got multiple subjects and multiple thoughts. Okay, at any given moment in time, multiple subjects, multiple thoughts. So japa sadhana is that to change that multiple subject, multiple thoughts to one subject, multiple thoughts, and then to one subject, one thought. And then go beyond the subject and the thought itself. That is the Sandhi Kala. So it is used because at any given moment in time, you observe the mind. Some thoughts are going on regarding some subject, it is going on. Simultaneously, two or more subjects are also there. Something like that. So we have to bring it down. Observing the mind, that is Sakshi Bhava, that is also a good sadhana. That will come to that in the further shlokas, of course. Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi talks about that also. So japa sadhana specifically will bring down that multiple subjects and multiple thoughts to one subject, multiple thoughts, one subject, one thought, and then we enter into no subject, no thought. And that is that is the serial order how we go about it, because generally our mind is like that. So having said that, now we go on to the seventh verse now. Seventh verse is Ajyadharaya Srotasa Samam Sarala Chintanam Viralatah Param. Now this is Ajyadharaya. Now here, what is first, Chintanam or Nididhyasanam? Prakash bhai.
Chintanam is a flow of thoughts in one direction or in one object.
Yes. So Chintanam is the flow of thoughts towards one subject. So all the flow of thoughts going towards one subject only is Chintanam. Now the next question is, what are the two types of Chintanam discussed in this shloka? Shamamma.
Swamiji, I don't know this.
Okay, Pankaj bhai.
One is with
I know.
with the interruption, Swamiji, and one is without the interruption. And the what is called as Sajatiya Vritti Pravaha, Sajatiya Vritti Pravaha, and Vijatiya Vritti Pravaha, Swamiji.
So Sarala Chintanam and Virala Chintanam. So what is Sarala Chintanam?
Without the disturbance, interruption.
Uninterrupted. Like, and any example?
It's like the ghee when it is poured into a different vessel. It goes in a unbroken
very thin flow, unbroken flow.
Unbroken flow.
That is Sarala Chintanam. A thin, unbroken flow. And what is this Virala Chintanam?
It's like a with interruption, Swamiji.
With interruption.
With continuous break.
With there are several disturbances, distracted, when mind gets distracted, wanders into many interruptions, into many subjects. So therefore here, Sarala Chintanam is said to be Param compared to the Virala. Now, the next question is, why can't we start Chintanam as it is Param, ignoring Puja and Japa? Prakash bhai. With example.
What is the question for me?
Why can't we start Chintanam, which is supposed to be superior to Puja and Japa, as it is Param, ignoring Puja and Japa?
See, for example, if we are graduated and we got a job, so one person thinks that why should I go for a primary, secondary school? I straight away go for the degree class and get a degree and get a job. It's not possible. He has to pass through all these things, all these phases. So, like Chintanam, if you are not prepared for that, if you are not prepared for that situation, you will not able to do it. So it is required to go for puja, then japa, and then Chintanam. Yes. Like the steps of one by one.
It is the rungs, different rungs given. You can't jump. Just because that is superior, you can't jump. You have to go through the process. So there are steps. So something that is superior, that we straight away can't jump to that. Even the other example that comes is that, of course, graduation and post-graduation is important. So that doesn't mean that you can't go to primary school and you skip the secondary school and higher secondary and straight away go for graduation. That is not possible. The basics have to be there. Similarly, another example that is often quoted is that if the 10th laddu satisfies me, then I should first go for the 10th laddu and ignore the first 9 laddus. No. Because of the first 9 laddus, only the 10th laddu can satisfy my hunger, not otherwise. So we can't jump the steps here. We have to go. There is no fast forward here. We have to go through the process. Unless a few people may be there who are Param Vairagis, whose minds are naturally calm, things like that, they can directly go into that. But vast majority of us will have to go through the process. So therefore, though Chintanam is superior, we can't simply jump onto that. So, and mind is, of course, continuously modifies into so many thoughts, like the mud, which can be modified or molded into so many forms. Similarly, the mind also is continuously like that only. So, but the sadhana has to go on. As the river continuously flows non-stop 24 hours. I've been telling this so many times also. Spirituality is not a part-time job. It is a 24 hours full-time job in and through every activity. Whatever we may be doing, we may be earning our livelihood. We may be transacting with the world around us at home, outside, office, things like that. But spirituality has to express whatever we say, whatever we do in our actions and in our speech, in our behavior, that spirituality has to express. It is not that 10 minutes I sit in puja room, that is my spirituality. No. If you are a sincere adhyatmic sadhaka, spiritual seeker, then it is 24 hours full-time job. In and through our various activities. Of course, specific time we keep throughout the day. Some time we spare for our japa sadhana, for meditation, for the study of the scriptures and so on. That is specific. But when we are involved in other activities also, we have to be always in the background. That has to be there. We are spiritual seekers. So our actions, it will express through our actions also, through our speech also, through our feelings and emotions that we entertain in our mind, to the thoughts that we entertain in our mind, the quality of the thoughts, the quality of the emotions, and so on. Then, having seen this, now we go on to the next shloka, shloka 8. Now in shloka 8, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, Bheda bhavanat sah aham iti asau, bhavana abhida pavani mata. Now, questions based on this shlok 8. Explain the two nididhyasan contemplation that is mentioned in this particular shloka. Shamamma?
One is meditation with Veda Bhavana, that is with duality.
Duality, okay.
And the other one is Abheda Bhavana, that is contemplating on the non-dual self.
Good. So they are the two, that is Dvaita, where the meditator and that which is meditated upon. So they are different. Like the Bhakta, devotee, and the object of devotion. Bhakta and the object of bhakti. The devotee and the Lord. So that is Dvaita. That is one type of nididhyasana meditation. And with Advaita, here the meditation is on Nirgun Nirakar. Here the meditator doesn't maintain a difference between him and that Supreme Self. They are the one. Then the next question is, explain with example, how can a finite jiva contemplate on the infinite self, infinite reality, or the infinite Lord? Pankaj Bhai.
Swamiji, you want me to give the illustration?
Yeah, with example.
Yeah. Non-dual self, non-dual meditation and dual meditation. Illustration is when a wave considers itself with the form and compares it with the other waves, or not the other wave, but with the ocean. And that is a dual meditation, Swamiji. And she feels that how can I be this big and such a powerful ocean which contains so much water and so on and so forth. Non-dual meditation is instead of comparing with the ocean or the other big waves, the wave compares herself that the content of my self and the content of the ocean is the same as the water. So there is no difference as far as the content is concerned. That's a non-dual meditation. Giving comparing it with us. If I'm a devotee of say Krishna or Rama, if I think that Krishna and I have a form, he has got a form, and how can I be that Krishna? But instead of, he resorts to non-dual meditation, whereby he compares the inner core or the substratum of pure consciousness with the substratum of Krishna or Rama, which is nothing but they are not separate. It is one and the same. And this is a non-dual meditation. And here Bhagwan Raman Maharshi says that this is the best meditation which a sadhaka, a seeker can think of it.
So, how can a jiva, a finite jiva, meditate upon that infinite self, on that infinite self or reality? So, this is the example, that is very good example of water, of the wave. So, when we are identified with the body, mind, intellect equipment. When we are identified with the body, mind, intellect equipment, as a jiva is limited by space, time, and causation. So, for example, that we have given now, wave in Dvaita, it is as a wave contemplating on the ocean. Because wave is such a small thing and then it sees the vast ocean. So, Bhakta and the Lord, the infinite form of the Lord, and I am just a tuchha jiva. So, the wave and the ocean. So here the duality is maintained, the Dvaita is maintained, as a separate reality. Then of course, in Advaita, so here the same thing is that I am the finite and that infinite Lord is there. So Jiva and the infinite Lord, finite Jiva and the infinite Lord, finite wave and seemingly vast ocean. And of course, in Advaita, it is the wave contemplating on water instead of the ocean, or ignoring the other waves and the ocean. Now the wave is contemplating on the water. From water standpoint, actually, there is neither wave nor ocean. So what is that? It is only from the wave standpoint there is ocean and the wave and so on. And the wave is not thinking about the water. There may be so many waves of different sizes and ocean in the ocean, and of course there are so many oceans and seas also on the surface of the earth. So if the wave meditates on the ocean, it will always feel limited. That is, its own non-dual nature will not be known. But if it meditates on water, then its own non-dual nature, that is its own non-dual nature, then the wave will realize, I am he, I am the self, I am that, on which the names and forms have been superimposed. The ocean and the wave has been superimposed on the surface of the water. So, meditation begins with Dvaita and ends in Advaita. With progress, it becomes Advaita, which is Param. And this is Mata. Pavani Mata. It is the holy opinion of the Shruti, the scriptures. Now, having said that, now we move on to the questions on the next shloka. Shloka 9. In Shloka 9, Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi says, Bhava Shunya Sat, Bhava Susthiti, Bhavana Balat, Bhakti hi Uttama. Now, based on this shloka, the question is, explain Uttama Bhakti based on this shloka with example. Prakash bhai.
Uttama Bhakti, that is Bhava Shunyata, is devoid of thought modification. There are no thought modification and abidance in the Sadbhava,
Satswarupa.
Swatswarupa, that is existing principles.
That is the pure existence.
Now, strength of this thought called I am He is Supreme Bhakti. We establish the Satswarupa, objectless, thought-free state is called Uttam Bhakti.
Anything else can be added to that?
Bhakti should end in Gnana. That is main important thing. That is, I am Sat Swarupa.
Sat Swarupa. So, therefore, Nitya by nature.
Yeah.
Sat is Nitya, pure existence, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any example we can give?
Sit, when we go for, I don't know, but this may be an example. If we go to sleep and we continuously thinking that I'm going to sleep now, I'm going to sleep, we don't get sleep. Devoid of sleep. Once that thought of I'm going for sleep ends or vanishes, the sleep, you get the sleep. So that is a thought-free process.
Thought-free state.
Thought-free state. Where the sleep is induced.
So in the deep sleep or in the sleep state also, when the thoughts all ceases, that I'm sleepy, I'm falling asleep, as long as these thoughts are there, you are not asleep. When all the thought ceases of being sleepy or falling asleep, then only you are asleep. Then only you fall asleep. So, but then in Sushupti Avastha, it is without awareness. Though it is a thought-free state, but it is without awareness. So the effortless abidance in our own pure self is supreme bhakti. Okay? This is what Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi says. So supreme bhakti is that alone, that the effortless abidance in our own real self. So the bhakta merging in the object of bhakti, the devotee merging in the object of devotion. The devotee and the Lord, they become one. They merge. The devotee merges with the Lord. They become one. And there itself, they have the Advaita Darshan. And in our last session also, we have seen the example of Tukaram Maharaj. A bhakta, when he merged with the object of his devotion, Lord Vithala, he had the Advaita Darshan. And then he started singing abhangas about the non-dual reality of Advaita. So this is the Uttama Bhakti, continuous dhyana of He I Am. Then one gains firm abidance. Sat. Sat is existence and Sat is Nitya. So pure existence. So that is why it is called as Sat Swarupa, which is Nitya. That is Nitya Swarupa. It is always there. So Bhakti is Nitya by nature. And therefore it is called as Sat, existence. So, therefore, this is the supreme bhakti. Now, we move on to the questions based on the 10th shloka. The last shloka of this Bhakti Yoga. हृत्स्थले मनः स्वस्थता क्रिया Bhakti Yoga Bodhaha Cha Nishchitam. Now, based on this 10th shloka, the first question, explain the essence of this shloka. Shama Amma?
Actually, he has given the goal of all the four paths in this shloka. And the spirit, he's talking about the spiritual heart, which is our own Swarupa. So here the goal is that goal of all the yogas or all the sadhana is to absorb the mind into your own source. What your source Swarupa. So that's what I understand, Swami, that your mind has to be absorbed in your source Swarupa.
So the goal of all this is abidance of the mind in our own Hrutsthale. Hrutsthale is the heart, the spiritual heart or the heart cave.
Yeah.
So that is our Swarupa in that. So all the vrittis should lead to the one Eka Chintanam, that is our own Swarupa. Generally what happens is that the vrittis that arises in the mind leads us to the experience of the sansara.
External world.
So then the mind starts wandering here and there unnecessarily. So therefore, this is an important thing. What more can be added to that? Pankaj bhai?
Swamiji, Raman Maharshi always said that the locus of the pure consciousness or your source root is in the spiritual heart, which is last right of your chest. When he said that spiritual heart, he did not mean the physical location.
No.
He meant the unlimited what you call what Paramatma or the pure consciousness that is physical. And he said that the physical this locus is physical heart, so that it is easy to do the meditation. Now all these yoga like karma, bhakti, and ashtanga and gnana yoga must ultimately converge into the destruction of the mind. This is what he means by what you call abidance in the mind.
The heart.
Abidance of the mind in the heart. So this, even in the last shloka of the Upadesha Saara, he says that this the param effort is the destruction of mind, which is a product of nothing but the ignorance. So by these four methods, mind must be destroyed. You see,
the mind is the culprit.
Mind is the culprit. Yes, it should be used. It should be used as an instrument or as a servant, not your own boss.
So this thoughts leads to the experience of the sansara, which arises in the mind, starting with the I thought. If that I thought is not there, then nothing is there. Like in the deep sleep state, there is no I thought, there is no experience of sansara. So this aham vritti is the problem. So in a way, mind is the karta and the quality or merits of this karta depends on the quality of the modifications of the mind. Therefore, the goal of all path, that is karma, bhakti, dhyana, and jnana, ashtanga yoga or jnana, so is the absorption of that mind in the source, that is the self, the pure self, where all thought process ceases. So, karma, nishkama karma. Karma is for antakaran shuddhi, nishkama karma yoga. That is for antakaran shuddhi. And ashtanga yoga is for asan siddhi and mana ekagrata. And through bhakti and jnana, one realizes the swarupa. Now, with this, the questions on bhakti yoga ends. Now we begin the questions on dhyana yoga. Before we go there, anybody has got any questions to ask?
Swamiji,
Yes.
Upadesha Saara, on the face of it, appears to be a very simple, but it enjoys so much profundity. It's so profound that one need not go to the other so many other books for one's own salvation.
Yes.
If we study each and every shloka the way it is explained in the textbook, or you have also explained in January, February, March, and do the contemplation on that, it itself is a greatest sadhana.
Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi in this Upadesha Saara is slowly taking us from Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga towards the Jnana Yoga. And in all these, his bottom line is who am I? That is the bottom line. So his focus is not shifting from that. Whether he is talking on Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga, of course, Jnana Yoga is only that alone and nothing else. Focus never shifts from that. Even in Bhakti, he got his Swarupa. Beyond the Rupa and Nama, he brought out the Swarupa. So again, it is the self alone. Who am I? In Ashtanga Yoga also, we will see now, the Dhyana also, he'll again bring the same thing. His pet topic, and he'll describe it and he'll bring out from the shloka, whether it is dhyana or bhakti or karma or jnana. Anything else anybody wants to add or any questions?
So Swamiji, Ramana Maharshi pleases everybody. But at the same time, he gives a spoonful of nectar, which is, as you said, who am I? Karma yogi is also happy, but Patta is also happy. The Dhyan yogi is also happy. But he says that you better drink this a spoonful of nectar. Who am I?
Yes, of course. From Rupa and Nama, we have to proceed towards the Swarupa.
Yeah.
So Bhakti should take us to that. And it has taken many bhaktas, it has taken towards that alone, the Swarupa. Yeah. From Rupa to Swarupa. Great bhaktas have become great jnanis, great Advaitins. We have so many examples all over. So, because generally from childhood, we are brought up in that atmosphere of bhakti. A puja room is there, our Kula Devata is there, our Ishta Devata, our Kula Devi Devata is there, and we worship them. Traditionally, we are following for generations together, and so on. So that is what we start with. And then later on, we enter into, depending upon what samskaras we have brought from our past life. the exposure we had towards spirituality in our past life, the saints and sages we must have met during our lifetime in the past life, and the good karmas that we may have done, all together will direct us towards that spiritual goal. So that is an important aspect in spirituality.
Any question from anybody? Otherwise, we'll call it a day.
Okay. So we'll conclude it.
Yes.
Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.